Howdy, I'm Haugh, running as a Libertarian for a U.S. Senate in North Carolina in 2016. I am more convinced than ever that we must stop all war as a first step to restoring peace in the Middle East. However, that does not change the fact that ISIS has become a real threat to us and to the whole world. The first thing we must do to defeat ISIS is to stop flooding the whole region with arms. No matter who we intend to give them to, somehow these arms keep falling into their hands. It's a big part of what keeps ISIS supplied, and it has to stop now. We must go beyond that to truly starve ISIS and their allies to death. There are so many players in the region that are each pursuing their own distinct and often conflicting political interests. Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Russia all, like us, have used this conflict to further their own imperial agendas without regard to the main goal of stopping ISIS. To permanently defeat ISIS, we will have to set that all aside until we've achieved victory. It is imperative that we all come to the table with one thought in mind. You're either with us or you're with ISIS. America can lead the world to a diplomatic agreement that all parties united against ISIS will not fund them, will not arm them either directly or indirectly, and will not buy their oil. ISIS has no agriculture. They have no industry. They get the vast majority of their funding by selling oil. We need to identify those buyers and pressure them to make different choices. Stand with us or be thrown out in the cold with them. In light of the recent attacks in Paris and Brussels, it's obvious we need to do a better job with our European allies to share intelligence. The Brussels attack could have been prevented if the Belgian government had a little more information and tactical support that its allies could have easily provided them. Military intervention, either directly or by supporting proxies, has utterly failed. The New York Times just recently published a story about two Syrian factions, both backed by different U.S. government agencies, who are now fighting each other, all with our tax dollars. And yet there are those in Washington like Richard Burr who still tell us they can find some moderate Syrian rebels to arm. Those politicians need to be fired immediately. To truly and permanently defeat ISIS, we can't bomb them out of existence. We must ostracize them from the world community to the point where they can no longer survive. I'm Haugh, and I am not at war.